Have you ever felt that ick factor? It's a feeling that you know it when you feel it. It's what keeps you safe. It's what keeps you from making another stupid mistake, falling for the narcissist evolutionary tactics that have you baffled and confused, confounded in a relationship that you feel bound to because you just couldn't help yourself. And yet you told yourself you'd never repeat this again, but here you are. Or you're just about to be in that position of, how did I get myself here? The ick factor can help you in your vulnerability as it's protecting, so please don't ignore it. I've ignored it, and I think we all have at some point in our lives. But when you are aware of it, oh, you feel it. It encompasses you. It has this feeling of energy about it as it reveals intrepidation, this twang that is off-putting, that resounds in your heart, your mind, and your soul. It resounds to your very core of your being. And the more you entertain the narcissist or the uncomfortable situation, maybe you've decided to already leave, or you have left, or maybe this is a new narcissist and a new, exciting, budding situation. But yet, why is it the more you entertain them or this situation, the more ickier this feeling becomes? The ick factor is the stand-in for when you ignore those red flags of truth. Now, sometimes seeing isn't always believing, and we go against our better judgment for whatever reason. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt. And let's face it, we tell ourselves, oh, well, I just really don't know about this person. I need to give them some time. I need to give this time to really figure this out because I'm judging too harshly. Well, the ick factor will tell you exactly what you need to know, as the ick factor will tell you by showing you what you don't want to know, because the ick factor is truth. And with the ick factor involved, you can never say, oh, well, they didn't mean to say that. I'm sure they didn't mean to do that. They didn't know they were hurting my feelings. I'm mistaken. I'm at fault here. No, when we observe those red flags of truth and we dismiss them, and we do, it's okay, but we don't realize that we're getting ourselves into deep waters that mean deep trouble. I mean, neck deep, sometimes over our head deep. And this ick factor ensures that even if we wade into the water, that water is going to surround us in a way that feels like we are swimming in swamp water and we need to get out fast. We got to turn around and swim for the shore. Have you ever felt that ick factor? Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, it's when something's off in your conversation with the person that you're involved with, but you can't quite put your finger on it. They may seem a little bit too pushy, but it's okay. You can navigate that. Maybe you're just misunderstanding them. Maybe they've always been misunderstood. So you want to give them the benefit of the doubt because you're nice and kind like that. And maybe the person seems a little bit too possessive when you're just getting to know each other. But they haven't told you what to do. They haven't told you how to dress, and they haven't told you to be on time for that online meeting yet. So maybe you're just being a little bit too hypervigilant. Well, in walks the ick factor. The ick factor sticks to us like glue, as it should. It isn't something that you can shake off, and you certainly can't hide from it. You will find the more that you ignore this feeling, the sensation that comes from deep within, you will discover the stronger it gets. And it's not going to let up. Oh no. Oh no. Hello, my name is Shannon Gilmore, and I'd like to talk to you about something that is often ignored, as this is a part of our internal radar system that maybe you're not aware of that exists. This goes deeper than intuition. I believe that this feeling comes from a genuine part of you that knows who you are intimately. This is a part of you that knows your pain better than you are aware of it. Now, I'm not talking about the pain that you're trying to work through. This pain is deeper than you may think because you are not yet aware, but the aftershocks are apparent. These are the ripples forever vibrating within your spirit, as they are the hypervigilance that you need to keep yourself safe, to keep you from gravitating to like energy, that negative energy that you've been imprinted with as your foundational trauma. Think of it as the ripples of a pond. This is a part of you. And this allows you to sense off-putting energy from other people or situations that you shouldn't be in. This is energy that manifests from the pain that you have already endured, that leaves a telltale mark, an energetic pattern that when you come across danger that you have already known, but you're not aware of, well, this pattern of energy keeps you safe. It's used to help protect you. I believe that the negative feeling that we feel when we are going somewhere in life that we shouldn't comes from the deepest part of us, as it is a sensation from our souls. The ick factor is soul deep, and it comes out when you are in tune to the heart of you. When you finally know what you want and you know what you don't want, when you are ready to live your life in integrity and in truth and authenticity, oh, then you begin to let your light shine, and your shine lights up, and it guides you into greatness, into goodness, but it also protects you to prevent you from falling down, and it prevents you from being made a fool of or being subjected to the off-putting nature of narcissistic tendencies. So before I continue, I just want to ask you, can you please give this a video a like by giving it a thumbs up? And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. We have had many new subscribers this week alone, so I just want to take the time to say thank you very much for tuning in and subscribing, as your subscription helps to make this channel grow so that we can get these videos out to those who really need them, as your comments, questions, and suggestions help our growing community of survivors. You are a big part of that, so please stick around and watch these videos. Make the time to really digest, because some of these videos, the information you might not have heard before, as I give a slight twist to the psychology, or I open us up to the spiritual underpinnings that many of us don't really understand or know, or we don't know what questions to ask. You're going to find answers on this channel. So I just want to take the time to say welcome and thank you for repeating your visits here on this channel. I appreciate you so very, very much. So with that said, have you ever felt that ick factor? It's deeper than just a feeling, okay? It's goes beyond a sensation of having that emotional sadness or ew. The ick factor puts you in the feeling of fear and intrepidation. While you're not feeling fearful, you're feeling like, ooh, something's off. I can't put my finger on it, but I don't feel good. The ick factor encompasses your emotions as well as a physical feeling. And it's all inside of your being. It's like it starts from within here and it projects outward. The best way that I can explain this is your soul is speaking to you, as the ick factor is your soul's resonance operating at a harmonic level that knows the bottom line. You're in emotional, spiritual danger, girl. You're in emotional and spiritual danger, guy. This is what your soul is trying to say to you individually. This is our soul crying out in the darkness of our ignorance, shouting at us and saying, no, stay away, get out, run, leave. Your soul is the only part of you that is not and cannot be corrupted by the world's ways. Your soul is where truth exists, because your soul comes from truth, as it is truth. Your soul knows nothing but the truth. And your soul at one time was silenced by all the childhood trauma and drama that you had to endure. But now that you see just even a little bit more clearly like that mustard seed of faith, your soul then has a chance to shine as it speaks. It has a chance to lead and guide you. And when it has that chance, it will grab hold of that chance and it won't let go. Your soul loves you that much. It is not, see, your soul is not desensitized to the pain that you have already endured, but it in fact is vigilant against it. It's not traumatized by the pain that you have endured. It's been imprinted with it to become aware of it. It doesn't judge it. It just knows what is wrong for you. And your soul also knows what is right for you. And the soul knows the type of wrong energy that you've already endured. And when that wrong energy comes near to you, it's that energetic pattern. You know, think of two opposing magnets where you try to force their polar opposites together and you feel that force. That's what your soul's energetic pattern is emanating from you. And it's leaving its resonance of uncomfortability with you. Uncomfortability. I think I said the B double, uncomfortability. That's a new word. Let's go with it. So the ick factor lets you feel the burden of what you potentially could be walking into before you walk into it, by having you feel. And Have you ever had a dream where you've dreamt something and it felt so real to you, like you've already experienced it, but you knew you were sleeping? That's kind of what the ick factor is trying to imprint with you. The ick factor is trying to leave you with the imprint of an experience that you know what you know, but you don't have to know it by experiencing it. This is a spiritual awakening of sorts. This is having you walk in the spirit to sense danger before you have to experience danger to know it. Now, just as you get your toes wet with a first or second meeting with the narcissist, the ick factor will step in to tell you, okay, sugar, let's not go any further. The ick factor makes you feel all these negative feelings and puts you in a state of uncomfortability before you get to the place in reality that you have no way out. You feel that no way out now with the ick factor before even experiencing it. You feel that weird and dissatisfying moment where you actually feel dirty, where your shine has lost its luster, where your brilliance is waning and fading, but you don't know why. But you have not experienced anything out of the normal to give you that feeling. This ick factor is foreboding for a reason. It is the foreknowledge within the spirit. It is the insight, the discernment, the hidden knowledge from heaven given to you as your spirit already knows what is dangerous for you and what isn't. Have you ever watched a movie that is controversial and you didn't know how controversial that movie was until you began watching it? And you felt that controversy just envelop you and cling to you as watching this movie left you with an unwholesome, uneasy feeling that you never wanted to revisit? Those are some movies you can barely get through watching even just one time. I know I've been there. And the documentary Earthlings was like that for me. It takes you on a journey of the dregs of human nature and the lack of human decency for animals, as you, the viewer, are given a backseat pass to witness the hidden atrocities and the crimes against animals in slaughterhouses. I can say that I feel the ick factor every time I am forced to witness a transgender drag queen worm their way into our schools and children's lives and promote, "We are people too, love us as we love everyone." I feel the ick factor every time I am forced to witness the reality within our movies and mainstream media that evil prevails. And it's good to embrace evil, and it's bad to be good. I feel the ick factor every time I meet someone new that isn't healthy for me, and they remind me of the hidden or the unseen narcissism that I have once known. The ick factor makes you feel icky for a reason, because the ick factor reveals to you the unholy nature of someone without knowing what they've done. You don't need to judge them. You just need to know that this person has the potential to lead you wrongly. So let's not go there, dear sister or dear brother. Let's just leave that. You don't need to go looking for trouble. Trouble has enough problems of its own. So let's just calmly and quietly walk away, shall we? And then sometimes in that ick factor, you say, "But wait a minute, I'm mistaken." And the ick factor says, "No, you're not." And the more you talk to this person, the more you engage in the situation, the more uglier you feel, the more dirtier you feel, the more unholy and unwholesome you feel, that you feel this unholy presence hanging around you. and you feel encompassed by it. You feel unwelcome. You feel that you don't belong. And this feeling is infecting, as it makes you feel corrupted without feeling or being corrupted. It makes you feel violated even though you don't know what that violation might be. It makes you feel like you are swimming with the swamp creatures. And as you move forward, as you try to swim, you feel the tendrils of the smelly algae-ridden seaweed wrapping around its fauna around your limbs, trying to hold you down and bring you down as it drags you down to make you become one with the smelly, putrid creatures that live deep within the murky surface. The ick factor makes you want to bathe yourself in bleach. And if you could turn yourself inside out, you'd give yourself a good rinse off. And that's why we have Jesus. Jesus is the light, and the ick factor exposes the darkness. So have I made myself clear? Go make your day great. I love you. Thank you for watching.